For 35,000 reasons, West Lafayette could soon become a second-class city. The change in classification could be needed after the city's recent annexation, giving current residents better representation. News 18's Brittany Tyner is live in West Lafayette and reports first, a majority of current council members will have to get on board. Brittany?
Dan, the annexation means more than 35,000 people live in the city of West Lafayette. That's a figure that could bring a change in classification as well as more state funding. However, at least for now, not all council members are convinced. After the highly anticipated West Lafayette annexation became finalized in February, the city's new boundaries have been established.
The focus was to expand our boundaries and to increase our geographic footprint, and then to encompass within that geographic footprint the 231 corridor.
That geographic footprint now encompasses more than 35,000 people, putting it into the range of a second-class city. It was the focus of the city's pre-council meeting Thursday afternoon. According to Indiana code, Class 2 cities have between 35 and 600,000 residents and bring some changes from Class 3 cities.
The biggest thing will be basically administratively. I mean, the council districts are going to change. We'll add an additional counselor. Some of our committees will actually have more representation. But other than that, everything from the Class 3 city that we are now will pretty much mirror the Class 2 city that we will soon be, pending council approval.
Mayor John Dennis says being a Class 2 city could bring more state funding. But one councilwoman isn't quite sold. Vicki Birch says she needs to see some specific examples of what the change in classification would mean for West Lafayette, and hopefully before Monday night's meeting.
It's not just the city has more opportunities for grant funding or tax dollar funding. I would like to have specific examples of what tax dollars, funding for what, roads, what would it be?
With or without Birch's vote, Dennis says the city needs to wrap up the process by November, a year ahead of the municipal elections. He says there have been some challenges because there's no how-to guide to move from a Class 3 to a Class 2.
The challenges obviously have been just trying to find some sort of data that supports what we're trying to achieve. Second off, to make sure that we're following the appropriate procedure to make sure that it's legal.
The council is set to have its first vote on the classification on Monday. Mayor John Dennis says some legal work has to be done before a second vote can take place. He expects that to happen in either July or August. Also at Monday night's meeting, there will be a public hearing on the city's move to transfer money from the Rainy Day Fund to help pay for the cost of this year's harsh winter. Reporting live in West Lafayette, Brittany Tyner, News 18.